Hey team, Mike Palumpo here once again from my secret undisclosed bunker for part 2 of fast teaching on fasting. Last week we talked about the heart of fasting. This week, the benefit of fasting. How does fasting help us exactly? Remember, we said that fasting is not a way to help us gain more of God's love, favor, blessing, or presence. The reason is because we already have all those benefits by grace through faith in Christ. The problem is we are too distracted, preoccupied, and unfocused to enjoy or experience these benefits. So fasting helps us to clear a pathway for the seeking Father. The fasting discipline helps us to solve a huge problem when it comes to our distracted, preoccupied, unfocused lives. And that problem has to do with time. One of the most common excuses I hear is, I just don't have enough time for devotions, or time for Bible study, or time for church. Well, fasting is an excellent spiritual discipline to help us find more time with the Master. Why? Because we're going to eliminate those less essential things in your life and set them aside for a season. I am not discounting the possibility that going without food has some spiritual benefit, but think of it this way. In the ancient world, they didn't have fast food restaurants or instant coffee or microwaves or ramen noodles where you just add, boiling water. Back in the Bible days, eating a meal was a long, arduous, time-consuming process. It began with first going out and hunting some game, and then field dressing it, and then starting a fire, roasting it. If you wanted some bread with your meal, you have to bake it from scratch yourself. There was no plumbing, so you had to go out to the village and go to the well and fetch water. All of this took the better part of your day. So how do you get a little extra time to be with the Lord? Don't eat. You save time not just because you skipped a meal, but because you didn't have to prepare one. These days, going without a meal still saves time, but perhaps there are other things that take up even more of our time. This is why it makes sense to fast from binge watching Netflix, or video games, or sports, or hanging out at the mall, or just about any time-consuming activity in our lives. I know people who are fasting from social media, deactivating their Facebook accounts, getting off Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, texting. Even just setting your iPhone aside, except for emergencies, of course, is a great idea. If you wake up in the morning and the first thing you grab is your cell phone, you don't say good morning or greet people in your life, you don't greet the Lord, you don't worship, you don't read a devotional. If this is you, then you, my friend, are addicted to your phone. It's time to fast from your phone and spend time with God. More time with God will allow you to be more focused, in tune, and consciously aware of His love, joy, peace, and presence in your heart. Time is one of the greatest benefits of fasting. So as we prepare ourselves to fast and pray as a church, ask the Lord this week to search your life. In the Spirit, ask Him, what is taking up so much time in my life? Make a list of these things and prepare your heart to fast from those things. So next week, we'll pick it up from there and we'll talk about some practical tips on fasting. Mike Palumpo from The Secret Bunker, signing off.